Hey everyone, what's up? Come on in, come on in. I just dropped the link for my guest to hit the panel. Our guest Tia should be joining us soon, shortly here in a minute, so that we can get into this review of. Oh my goodness, child! These female groups, y'all. I see why female groups didn't last too long back in the day because they all got issues. They got issues, some more than others, some more than others, but I still love them the same. Escape, one of my all-time favorite. I think they are my all-time favorite groups. Next to probably, let me see. I want to say maybe in Vogue. Let's see, Escape, In Vogue, Destiny's Child, and not necessarily in that order, but definitely Escape is one of the top ones of the female groups that I like. And of course, SWV. SWV and Escape are two of my top faves out of all the girls groups from back in the days, back in the 90s, the early 2000s. I still play they stuff all the time. I still put like on my Pandora, I'll put in Play Escape Radio, Play SWV Radio. They are like my top faves to this day. But like any other normal female R&B group back in the day, they all had issues, some more than others. And what's up to you? How you doing, boo?
What's up? I said I'm loving this show. Every
Girl,
they
I
call
am loving it as well, and everybody is talking about
they
it.
better do it season two.
You think it's gonna get to a season two?
I think Bravo would try to renew it for season two, but I don't know if everybody would do it.
I don't know. The what we getting from what's her name, Tasha, right now?
Yeah,
I don't know. Shoot, we can barely get her to stay in the god doggone group right now.
yeah. I said Tasha. But I think they probably try to do a season. They probably will do a season two for her solo career.
Oh
She,
yeah, definitely. That
and
would
you
be a good idea, huh? Her do a
know,
her own reality show.
and you know what I think. You know what I think if they say if they do the joint tour and the joint album, I think she probably said, well, how about me? Said nope, only us three gonna do it because we still a part of the group.
Mm-hmm.
And
Mm-hmm.
we'll do it with SWV, and she gonna be mad when it be successful.
Well, the thing is, Escape, they have been able to go on tours and performances all over, even without Tasha.
Yeah, and plus when it comes to like the end part, people don't get it when they're talking about the touring situation. I say it's about who can sell tickets, not about who sold the most records. It's about who can sell tickets on tour. That's what promoters looking for. They're not saying,
Right.
oh, this person sold the most records. Who can sell tickets? Because there'll be some big, huge people that can't even sell out a whole tour. Only certain people can do that. Let's be real. Some
And
people can
and
do that.
that's basically what Candy was trying to say. But I really wish they would have backed her up a little bit more. It was like Candy was out there on the limb by herself.
And plus, the reason why I agree with Candy because you gotta look at it. Say if it was me and you get paid more than me, and I get paid less than you. You're not gonna wanna, oh, let's get paid equal, but I get paid more than you. So why, you know what I'm saying? Like you the manager, and I work for you. Why would you want to get paid the same amount as me?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I was,
And the thing is also, keep in mind that Escape, if you really look at the numbers, Escape has sold millions, and so has SWV. But when she said I sold 30 million records,
hey,
that ain't just for the group. That's including her own personal solo records as well. So if that's the case, Candy should throw in her millions of records that she sold, or however many it was. Because Candy made like what, two albums after she left.
when I look at both groups, if we're gonna keep it real, Escape was more urban. Urban acts don't make it like that. It was more urban. Like like SW. I'm a more of an SWB fan. I'm from Jersey, so I heard SW. I'm more of a they fan, but they became like a little more mainstream than Escape because Escape is like way more urban. Like they did the Michael Jackson song. so that helps them. You know what I'm saying? Just like one last week, like we already know TLC is like the best selling female group, but they more mainstream, so you cannot compare them to somebody that's urban. If you urban, we already know what urban means, black. Like Xscape was like different. Jermaine Dupri, what he messed up on is when they came out, he made them two. How he was dressing them. They wanted to stick with R&B, so that's what they did. They stuck with R&B. And I said, Candy said, I never said that they didn't sell more records, but she said our first album went platinum, our second and third album. Their first two albums were platinum, then their third album, I don't even know if it was gold. Then they released two more albums.
And all the Xscape albums went platinum, all of them.
And I think they could have kept going platinum, but with Candy was saying, and you over like when it comes to the other show, Candy was saying, let's not do another album because we don't want it to flop. Because if people look at it, TLC last album didn't do good at all, like their other albums. I don't know why they did another album. Nobody really bought that album. Because people gonna look at that and your legacy, like, okay, you got these multi-platinum albums, but this album flopped. They're gonna look at that. Like y'all can't even sell today. You know how people is. People so harsh today. But nobody gonna look at it.
They should. I see what you mean by that, and that's why a lot of them just keep touring instead of making new music. They might throw in maybe one or two songs that might be new, but they don't bring like enough songs to put on a full album. They just keep touring and doing their old songs that they know people love. And you know, especially if they can sell out tours, like Candy and them did a 28 city sold out tour, and that's I was gonna tell you, like, hold on. How did Coco gonna say, I ain't opening for nobody, bitch? But they showed the receipts.
Yeah, I said they did show the receipts, and because this is what I did. I did my research, so I was looking at Xscape. People said, oh, they was co-headliner with. People said, I said Tyrese is different. He consistently working. He does acting. He does other stuff. So of course they're gonna be co-headliners with Tyrese. That's a difference. It's about. I look at their other tours. They was like, I seen that 112 and other people was on the tour, but they wasn't headliners as Xscape was. And I see they was headliners like with Monica and other people. So they was like headliners for other people.
And it's not just about how many albums you sold. Again, it's about, first of all, we got to keep social media in mind. Right. Because when you have that social media clout, when you have that social media following, you automatically gonna sell out tours. And that's one thing that they do well. They sell out tours, even when they argue and fight.
Right.
Even when it's only 3 of them.
And plus, what we gotta look at, people looking at the group. What have every group member did individually after the group ended? Candy Burris consistently was working. Her and Tiny won the Grammy for TLC. And her Tiny stopped working because of T.I., but she stayed visible. Candy Burris kept working, so you gotta look at that. Like Candy Burris got other fans. That's like Tiny say. People say, "Oh, you and Candy, oh y'all part of Xscape." Some people don't even know that they was a part of it because they became. Let's be real, Candy Burris.
That's why Tiny said when people realize that we can sing, I was like, "Who don't know you, girl?"
These new kids, because let's be real. When I look at both groups, and I'm more of a SWV fan, but SWV needs each other. Tiny and like I said before, Tiny and Candy do not need Xscape. The Scott sisters need Xscape. If it's not no Tiny and if it's not Tiny or Candy, Xscape is not gonna work. Who want to go see the Scott sisters?
And Tiny and Candy would do good all by their damn self. Not saying that the Scott sisters. We obviously they survive. They got nice houses, nice cars. You know, they got businesses or whatever going on, so they doing good. But I'm like this. If we still can sing, if we still have fans, if we still can pull a decent crowd, why not keep doing it? That they make so much money on those tours.
And plus SWV, they had a success show on WeTV, but that was together. That was on then. I remember Todd had a show with her husband. It was by herself. I married a baller, so I said okay. But then we heard about Lily, like she went homeless and all that stuff that happened after. Then I said Lily, my girl, she my favorite when it comes to SWV.
I just hate how when it comes to Candy, when it comes to Tasha, I just hate how we saw Taj paid a visit to Candy. And she literally got right to the point of spilling the tea. She was like, guess who I saw, in Texas. And she basically, spilled the tea on she saw Tasha. And Tasha told her that she was down there, trying to sign a gospel deal. And like, how can you tell another totally different person from another totally different group, but you still have yet to tell your own group members? I don't like that. I don't like that. That's so shady. And basically, I feel like Candy is right when she said that back in the day, Tasha, she was trying to do this behind the scenes, but she was still trying to hold on to Xscape just in case the shit didn't work. And that's what it seems like she's doing now. Like you saw when she was putting her hand in, when they was like Coco, and it was like, put your hand in, we're gonna do this collaboration. And she trying to act all privileged and entitled and pretending like she wasn't gonna put her hand in. They was like, come on now, either you in or you out.
Yeah, and it's like how I look at the situation is, and plus people always say, "Oh, Candy Bird's a liar." But Jermaine Dupri said the same thing. He said the reason why the group broke up because Tasha wanted to be solo, and Jermaine Dupri and other people that works with him saying the same thing. How was Candy lying? That's why the group broke up. That's why SWV broke up too. And even Tasha confirmed that if I want to say if you in a group, you want to go solo, or I want to go solo, then the group breaks up because they're gonna focus on you or me. They're gonna focus on one of us. They're not gonna focus on the group. They don't care about the group. They say, oh, I just don't care about these three girls. I don't care about Candy. I don't care about Tiny. I don't care about Tamika because everybody thought they wasn't gonna be successful because Tasha made it all about her, and especially with SWV because Coco was SWV. Let's be real. They didn't get the girls a chance to sing.
And that's just like when Tiny and Candy tried to sign together with Columbia. They was like, duet. We don't want no duet group. So you're right, when they break up, it's usually one person that might make it.
Only group that everybody was successful in was New Edition. I never see another group when everybody was like successful. New Edition did it because Ralph, he put out said, well, I always feel sorry for Ralph, to be honest.
Well, Ralph, I love me some Ralph. He did his own solo. Yeah. Bobby did his own solo. Johnny Bill did his own solo. BBD, like it was, they all was very successful.
Then they came back together. But I feel sorry for Ralph because when I look at the movie, you know how like you look at the movie, I feel sorry for him because like the guy said, I want to do you solo, but he always picked the group over himself. Some people will be like, oh, I don't want to do the group, I want to pick me solo, but he always picked the group over himself. So I always like, he probably always feel that way. Like I always put the group over myself and my solo career.
And that's why he was so underrated.
Yes.
He was very underrated. I mean, when I go back and listen, because I had his CD and everything back in there. I love me some Ralph Tresvant. But when I listen to his shit, I'm like, damn, he should have went further than he did with his solo.
And plus, I like this second album too. He put an album too. I like this. I feel like he's like very consistent.
He has like a specific sound. He's kind of like Candy. He has a specific sound. You know what I mean?
We can't sing. Candy, she might not be the best singer, but her voice is unique. Just like
it's unique. She can hit a "Every Man Wants a Woman," and then she can hit a Mariah Carey, Shantae Moore high note in a heartbeat. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, just like she don't sound like T-Boss, but T-Boss' voice was unique. That's what was that was like unique. They don't sound like Candy better than T-Boss. T-Boss has a deep voice.
T-Boss had a deep voice, but she didn't have a large range. Candy, on the other hand, she can go deep, 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 and she can go high, high, high.
And plus, Candy, you always said people say I can't sing, but I said they probably say you can't sing. She's probably like, that's not my number one thing that I do. I'm a songwriter. I'm a businesswoman. Like I ain't.
I think when people say Candy can't sing, I think a lot of that has to do with a lot of hating because perception. Like right now, we really realize who first was trying to go solo. Back then, we always thought it was Candy because Old Girl's album never came off the shelf.
And I think it never came.
A lot of people was hating on Candy for breaking up the group, thinking she was the reason, and they always thought Candy thought she was too good and she was better than her. I mean, it was so much perception back then that I think was really wrong. So that's why I like these type of reality shows, and I wish they would do a biopic.
Yeah, they should do it. And plus, because like when I look at with Latasha, she says, Candy said, "You never come back. You're not coming back." Candy is the youngest. She's younger than y'all. She's younger than you. You're the oldest, Tasha. I don't know about Tamika and Tiny. I don't know who older between them, but Candy's the youngest. I was expecting anybody to say it, because when I say they ensemble, the early girl is saying the same. She's talking like, "Oh, y'all keep gonna have kids and keep doing this and keep doing that, going solo." And she thinks she Beyonce, and I said, "You got the wrong management. You've been for 20 something years. Oldest, ain't nobody come to see you." She could sing, but she just don't got that solo. She just don't got that. She just don't got that solo. She's not like a solo star. She's better in the group. That's what like Coco. Coco's better in the group. Nobody. People always say Coco and Latasha. They could sing. They the best thing in the group, but they don't. I said, why y'all didn't support them? Why did the reason why Tasha album got shelved? Jermaine Dupri already said the same thing, because she was signed to Social Death, but Social Death under Columbia. If your single's not hitting, they're not gonna put out your album. That's why she had to pay back that record label. You gotta have hits. They're not gonna spend money on you if you ain't your songs ain't hitting.
And when your songs ain't hitting back then, you can end up struggling, just like Lily was, and just like a whole bunch of other artists have throughout time, and they still do. If they albums get shelved, or if they don't sell enough albums or whatnot, they can end up back at working at Target or sleeping in a car. And that's why I like how Coco, I like her reaction to her son. Even though he can sing really well, you know, he's talented and everything, she knows what it's like. She knows the struggle. They've been through that, you know, back then. And some of these kids who have rich parents who are very famous, they think that their parents just can put them on. And Lily was telling her son, who's a rapper, like, I'll do so much, but I'm not going to open all the doors for you. And that's the same thing that Coco is basically trying to explain to her son. If you do this dentistry, you can always have that. You can always be a dentist. Dentist makes hundreds of thousands of dollars a year. But if you don't go to dentistry school and you don't, you know, I have to basically be footing the bill for everything. If you're not working, if you're not going to school, then your parents is your crutch.
And plus, why I didn't like, because when I was watching it, he was, my mother was like, "How old is that boy?" He said, "Could you buy me a Balenciaga bag?" I said, "You don't got no income? Why you ask your mama buy you Balenciaga?"
I know, see, that's what I'm talking about. You talk about you don't want to keep going to dental school, but then you go ask your mom for an expensive ass bag. See, if you're not going to school, see, with my sons, they both went to college, okay, full time. And one of them went out of state. And it was like, okay, you're not going to work, but I will make sure you have everything you need every month: clothes, shoes, gloves, hats, food. Every month, driving all the way to the school to go to Walmart and stock up on snacks and food and tissue and everything. Like, if you either going to work or you either going to go to school. And like she was telling her son, you can still go to dental school and sing on the weekends, or go to the damn, okay, you know how they be doing when they be going to the studio and they be there like all night? You better make time. Priorities.
He could definitely do it, because like what my mother was saying, he asked his mother about him a Balenciaga bag. Is he paying any bills? Like, do he got a backup plan? Because like, we got to realize, when it comes to music will last. You could be popping for like a couple weeks or a couple months or a couple years, but when it comes to Coco, when it comes to SWV, they got them hits. They could tour for the rest of their lives. Ain't no guarantee he's gonna be touring for the rest of his life. Everybody can't do it. You see some of the big people, and I think Candy Bird said this. Some of the big people, she said this a long time, they broke down.
And a lot of them is still touring. And I'll be gagging. Like, when people come here to my city and they ain't made an album in like 30, 40 years. And then they come here and they do a show and people just drag them on Facebook. They couldn't even sing. They was terrible. I'm like, what do you expect from a group of people who ain't put out no music? They ain't toured in I don't know how many years. They old as dirt. Like, that's the one thing I was saying about SWV and TLC. When you still got it and you can still sell out tours and sell out arenas, why stop?
Right.
Why stop?
That's their money.
Your voice is your blessing. Your voice is your blessing. I'm not saying that's the only thing you have to do, but let me be able to say, I mean, I can hold a note, but I ain't no singer. But let me be a singer. Shit, my ass gonna be singing everywhere. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I sign me up. We gonna wear Texas next month,
Plus,
Louisiana next month, Africa. And
TLC can
what's
keep
up,
touring.
TMO? Thanks for stopping through, girl.
Plus, TLC can keep touring because, like, when I
Yes.
them, because I remember, I think it was T-Ball. She filed for bankruptcy. The Chili must have did something by herself that she keeping herself good. You gotta do something outside. Like what people need to do is like you never know when somebody's gonna break up. Do stuff outside of you. That's what Candy did.
And also invest. Also invest.
Invest in the right thing.
Invest.
Outside of you.
Invest your
Like
money. Get
Candy,
you a lawyer. Get you an investor or
Candy
broker.
acting. She doing it all. She doing
Mhm.
because she the type of person. She was successful before the housewife. She know like the housewife's not gonna last forever. So she been successful. So
But you know what? Candy said one time, I cannot remember where I heard her say it, but Candy said one time, somebody asked her, said, why have you always been so successful even after or without Escape? And she said, because I always looked at the people who came before me and not necessarily they failed, but they ended up right back where they came from. Whether that was the hood, the projects, working at Walmart, and ain't nothing wrong with, what I'm saying, but when you go from making millions and then busting sons at McDonald's or flipping burgers or working at Walmart, like who wants to do that? So that's why Candy said I made sure I had my hands in this, I had my hands in that, Candy coded, she got sex toys, she got everything. Yep. Everything you need, Candy got it. Restaurant.
Yep. People don't know about that. She been having that clothing store for a long time. She said my clothes. I remember on one episode of Real Housewives, she had a clothes for a year. She said my clothing store selling. That's not.
Oh yeah, and then on top of that, she got the dungeon. She throw dungeon parties. I mean, and Todd and a lot of people used to hate on her because they was like, "Oh, Todd, he, Candy takes care of Todd. Todd pays off." Todd does a lot for Candy. He don't just lie around and hold his nutsack playing video games.
And plus, whoever was saying that, I said, plus when they first met, I think he was a producer. He was working for Bravo. He was a producer on the show. So he was It's not like he was like some bummy dude she met on the streets.
Right.
He had to leave his job to be with Candy because you cannot be with somebody that's behind the scenes.
And Candy has so many things going on. Why not have your husband to help you do those things? It's like in the world that they in, we all know parents are still from you. Your friends are still from you. Your managers are still from you. You know what I'm saying? She has people in her corner who she know always look out for her best interest. And I do believe Ty has always looked out for her best interest. And I'm sure they ain't had the best relationship since day one, but we sure ain't heard about a whole bunch of scandals, coming from Neil.
Latasha.
But
Ty,
Latasha, on the other hand, what they said
on that prenup.
What they said?
His side chick.
Why she up there talking about she needs free? Give us free, girl. They was talking about the the producers who be talking to them in the green room when they just be by themselves. The producer was like asking Candy, Tasha said the goal was to, step out and find her freedom. But the producer was like, but y'all all have individually done things on your own. Tiny had solo stuff. You had solo stuff. The three of them had solo stuff. You and Tiny wrote records for people. And the lady was like, how is she not free?
And plus, like Candy Burris always say, we never have a problem with her doing solo. Let us know first so we won't be basically, so you won't be blindsided. She's sneaking like a snake.
Exactly. Like Candy was a snake and she was a snaking like that. But do you believe, now I know last time we did the last review, you said you think that her husband already knew that she didn't tell Xscape. So do you still believe that? Because even this episode, he was like, so when is you going to tell the girls?
He know his wife. He just saying that to say that because he know
just for the TV, just for the cameras,
so he can throw her under the bus because you know that they don't be telling people nothing. He know they say anything. Tell some, is you gonna go to the? Is you gonna go? Show them. Pick up that bike and show them. Nobody want to see her sing. We already know she could sing. She not no solo super. Tons I pick out that my show. Okay, Ike Turner. Tons he said anime. I said, why you
Oh,
doing?
you see that? Yeah, you saw the picture. I posted it on social media and on Facebook. You know, they got the picture of Ike and Anime, and he whispering something in her ear. And then they got the clip with Tasha and her husband when they got them side by side. I'm like, oh my God, if they ain't giving me Eat the Cake Anime.
Yes. And
Ooh,
let's talk about that mama. Talk like that mama.
girl.
That mama angry. Fix the
I saw somewhere where somebody said, I was on my homegirl's Facebook page and they was discussing the show. And she said, I'm sorry, but Tamika's mama's apology was for the camera. And then somebody said they think that the mama was doing that for the show because they are setting up Coco setting up, her other daughter Tasha to do her own solo. But my homegirl said, she said I wanted to jump in through the screen and slap her mama when she snatched her face to the side. You know how you do a little kid, like don't judge. Every parent have done it, and if you said you ain't did it, you lying. When a kid be rolling their eyes or they be looking there to the side when you be talking to them, you snatch their little jaw and make them look at you. I'm like, this girl's a whole, almost 40 years old, 35, with kids and a husband, and you snatching on her face like that?
I was looking at her like, and she just kept taking up for Rusty Rocky, and Latasha.
Yeah, Rocky and Tasha.
Tasha. I said, what happened to your skin color? I don't know what's going on with her skin color. I said, people was posting like, what's going on with her skin color? She was dark skin. I said, yeah. So her sister's still dark skin. But I said, I don't know what's going on with her. I said,
you talking about Tasha or the mom?
I'm talking Tasha. So
I don't know, but her, she do seem a lot lighter than she was. It was like she lost weight and she lost pigments.
Yeah.
Like how you lose weight and pigments? Like
I was looking at that. I said, I look at that, but I said, we said that when we were reviewing the show, we said that we think it's because of the daddy. She must look like the daddy. We was saying that, and we was right. Your daddy left me. I said, your daddy left me.
You know what? Okay. How do you feel about her mom saying that she's always been the fifth member? I did not like that. Like, you might have allowed them to go sing. You might have signed their first contracts with them when they were underage. You might have supported them, but you acted like you literally made them. Like, you might have gave birth to them.
Right.
But them girls done so much more than a lot of girl groups ever will.
Right.
And for you to insist that you're the fifth member and that gives you the right to talk to and treat your daughter like that and snatch on her face. Now, I'm going to tell you, I told y'all before, and people can talk shit all they want to. I heard somebody else saying something because somebody said, I might love and appreciate and admire my parents, but at my age, my parent is not going to hit me and jump on me. Okay, and they mom, I could be wrong, I could be reaching, but she seems very violent.
She is. Because
she seems very violent, and I'm telling you, I probably wouldn't have got with my mama on national TV, but it would have been on and popping out. Don't you ever put your no, that is embarrassing.
Because you remember when she you were last episode when she sent a text message. When she sent that text message, she said, if you get on Latasha or touch Latasha, I'ma jump on you and beat you. She said something. She put God into it. So stop putting God into it. I don't like it.
And but that's what they like to do. You disrespecting our mama. You disrespecting our mama. I know the Bible verse says, children, respect your parents, for this is right, or your days will be cut short. But it also says, parents, do not lead your children to wrath. That means don't piss them off or push them to the point where they hate you or they want to run up on you.
And plus, like I said, I knew she was going to do this. She said, I'm going to take some time away from you. I said she should do that. Take some. Don't mess with the mother. And the mother is Evelyn Braxton, because Evelyn Braxton, when the daddy and her divorced, she was mad at. She was like Tracy. I said she's Tracy because Tracy was being neutral. She lived the same place as daddy. She didn't take no sides. I don't think Latasha took sides, but she's like more close to her father because they act alike, they look alike. And but she felt more close to her father. Her father probably treats them better than the mother. Of course, she's gonna like the mother treat her. I think the mother loves her, but I don't think the mother likes her because she looks like that daddy. She's still not over that daddy. Because the dad, she said, your daddy left me. I said, okay, he left you. But I want to know the reason why he left you. Was it because you was cursing him out? What you was doing? Some side said you must have been doing something. I want to hear the daddy side. I want to
I
hear
don't
why.
know. That would be nice if we could hear the father side, but
He probably
even still, I think the mother, she's wrong for doing that to her daughter. And then like there was no, I mean, I'm not gonna lie, that scene did make me teary eyed, but not because I thought the mother was being genuine. It was because Tamika
yes. It was
has
like
been hurt so many times and treated like a little child.
it
And
was
I
like
was crying for Tamika. I was crying for Tamika, the mama. I was like, oh, that bitch.
yeah, the mother. I said, yeah, y'all need to get her a new wig. Why people let their parents come on TV looking like that? Y'all got money. The mother living in that big old nice mansion that she probably didn't pay for. Better give her better.
Because most parents do get set up by their children. And see, I think that might have had something to do with her putting on for the cameras when she said, I'm gonna have to pull back. Because when a child tell you they gotta pull back,
no money.
usually that means they pulling everything.
Yeah, she said, oh no, the money.
Back the pocketbooks too.
That's like she got to cut of that money that Rocky stole. She got to cut. That's why her and Tamika, her and Latasha, best friends, so they act just alike. They even and conniving, and it's all about them. Because she said she didn't take Tamika's side even once. She kept taking the other people's side. I said it's not about Latasha. It's about y'all two. Why you keep bringing up Latasha? It's about one until y'all two here. Latasha is not here. That don't got nothing to do with y'all. Just like Todd said in one episode, the mother needs to step back. I said the mother needs to step back. And you're not no fifth member. If I put a parent as a fifth member, it ain't gonna be you. I'll pick Tiny Mother as a fifth member for you. If you want to be technical, because Tiny Mother is the reason why.
Yeah, because Tiny was the one why they got them checks in the first place.
Yep. So she the but I said she just living trying to look through her daughter. That's all she doing.
Man,
Just
Tamika
like
couldn't even look at her mother. She could barely look at her mother. Then her mom raised her voice, look at me. And oh, girl. As soon as the cameras went off, I would have been like, Mama, get out of my house. Get out of my house. You just humiliated me on national. I'm bearing my soul to you, and you humiliated me on national TV.
Mama needs to stop wearing on heels up that driveway. Because I said, that's how I'm walking up. Some people drive low jump. Shake off them heels. You couldn't walk up that driveway like that.
Child.
So it's like the hills are too big. I said, Mama. She said, she was like, I said, she invited you here. So why are you saying these smart remarks? She invited you. She cooked for you. Because I want to cook you nothing. I said, I made you a can of tuna fish. You put that Chinese stop. You ain't out of them had a restaurant. But how she is.
It was a mess. I would have told my mama, Mama, get out the house. You about to be working at Walmart.
Because I said, Latasha, you're not gonna get that much money as a solo artist. No tour. She had to do a tour with so many gospel artists, but she's not gonna be no headliner. They might not even like her. Some of them gospel are like, who was you?
Girl, I don't know, child. But what do you think about I know we talked about the tour, but as far as headlining now, do you think they are going to come to an agreement that okay, let me ask you this. We all know that Candy and them could pull, a sold out tour. They can pull that together like it ain't shit, right? But in this particular case, where this is like a celebration tour and not really something, I see where Coco and them is going. It's not like they about to go on a full-on tour, like to just get the bag right now. That's not the thing right now. Right now is just to show the people that these two amazing girl groups can come together and we can collaborate and we can put on a show together and celebrate both of our groups. Like, why can't they just do that for that one show? Like Coco and Lily was saying.
I think it should. This is what I think. I think it should be co-headliner because
me too.
I think they testing it out one night to see how it's gonna go. Yeah. Because if they doing anything joint, they said we're gonna do a joint tour and a joint album. That's in the future. But at this point, y'all got to get paid the same because like if y'all do an album together, it's like y'all group. But y'all two different groups. Y'all just collab. It's a collaboration.
Mm-hmm.
So it got to be everybody got to pay equally.
And I
Everybody.
think they should do something creative, even with the promotion. Like, I know Candy is like, well, whose name going to go first? And Coco was like, one of them was like, well, do you want to have like the biggest letters on the thing or something? Like, if they do something creative, like, put SWV going down, straight up and down, and then maybe put X and then the S to go into the SW. You know what I mean? Like, do something creative so it doesn't seem like one of them is, you know what I mean? Like,
But I really want to know is they all gonna get paid the same. So Coco, is Lily and Todd gonna get paid the same? Because you be like, you like, I'm like, they gonna get paid the same? That's what I'm thinking about. If they gonna get paid the same amount, the people always say Coco the lead. The lead get paid more.
Candy is a business woman. She's a Jay-Z in the game, okay? Let's keep it real. Candy is a business woman. So she knows that if I don't mention this, it could have went where SWV was headlining, because had it not been discussed, I'm pretty sure that SWV would have been headlining, because per Coco, she was up there, bragging, we done sold more albums, like they naturally deserve the spot. She was like, I ain't opening up for no fucking body. I done sold 30 million records, bitch. But Candy said when Dupree pulled up their stats or whatnot, she said, Candy said they were within a few million of each other. She was like, they sold a few million than us. But keep in mind, SWV came out 3 years before Xscape, so they had a head start as well. So if they really are ahead of them, there's a reason for that. But
they came out a year before.
They came out 3 years before.
Oh, I thought SWV came out on 1991. I thought they came out like 1992, and Xscape came out 1991. Because I remember they came out 1 year before them.
They came out like 3 years before them, so they had like a 3-year head start.
And plus, I think Xscape. I think SWV put out way more singles. Xscape, they don't really put out that many singles like that.
And they really didn't. And then they still every album went platinum across the board. Every album, and before the Rona, for a whole year, 28 cities, 28 arenas, sold out tours. Who does that these days?
And plus, I like what Candy said. She said that was in USA. One thing she said,
they didn't have to go to Africa. They didn't have to go to China. This was in the US of A.
That's the hardest market. But what Candy said, she said that we don't tour as much as SWV because we don't want to oversaturate ourselves, because the promoter was saying, well, they already seen you already.
But see, the thing about that is SWV is not raking in as much as Xscape. So they will tour. Like SWV said on the first episode, they said they do up to 75 tours. 75 shows a year.
Yeah, they got to.
You wouldn't have to do 75 shows a year if you could sell out 28.
That's what I said. And plus,
okay.
And plus, I was just looking at that. I said, well, Candy was telling the truth. And people probably like, oh, no, Candy. But I said, well, people got to realize, and I remember they were trying to do this with Monique, but Monique became right. She was right. I remember everybody were trying to do something. What have you done lately? We're not talking about the 90s no more. We talking about today. People keep bringing up the 90s. We're not in the 90s. I'm in the 90s, but I'm not going to bring up the 90s. I'm talking about today. Can you sell out today? It's not about then.
And they both haven't made top selling albums or whatever you want to call it since way back when. But again, like Tiny said, the social media is very important. They might not have put out a platinum Xscape album in years, but they platinum on social media.
And plus, what people keep doing,
they're doing all these other things. They have all these other businesses still within the music industry.
And plus, what people keep doing is people keep comparing them. Stop comparing them. Like, you know how people say, oh, SWV is more professional. I said, no, their situation.
They have their issues too. They might be a little bit more professional now, but they have to get there.
And plus, we got to realize their situation is different. Coco is not related to nobody in that group. Lily is not related to nobody. Todd. The Scots is related. It's different situations. Like
Mm-hmm.
like we kept saying earlier, Coco realized I'm stronger with the group. My solo career not gonna work out. So we gotta get together.
Mm-hmm.
When it comes to SWV, it's not the same situation.
It's not the same. It's definitely not the same. You are
It's like
absolutely
Destiny
correct.
Child. She said
Because of
that
Tasha and Tamika. Tamika felt like all her life she had to do whatever her mama and Tasha wanted, even though she wanted to side with Candy and Tiny a lot of times over the years. She always felt like they hate her when or they said they felt like she said they felt like I didn't love them as much if I didn't side with, my sister Tasha, a lot of the times. So that's where a lot went wrong back then.
and Tasha, one thing I'll be watching, I don't look at her interview. I just look at people review it. But one thing, if you look at her interview or people review it, because I'm not on, I'm not worried about her. I'm not going to really worry about her like that. But why she always wearing shade? You always wearing shade. Then she said something, and people said she lied. She said that she created Escape. Didn't your sister bring Tiny and Candy to you to meet you? You didn't create nobody. You didn't know who Tiny or Candy was. That was your sister friend. That wasn't your friend because y'all not even in the same grade. You're older than
Right, and if your mama is the fifth member, then Tiny's mama is the sixth,
them.
Candy's mama is the seventh, and let's throw the daddies in there
You could
too.
pick R.I.P. Tiny
Shit,
Daddy, but he'll be the best member because he can actually.
that's what I'm talking about. Let's throw the daddies in there too, since the parents want to become the members of the group, ain't
Yeah.
got out there and sang one song. And you know what I'm saying? Like, girl, sat your butt down and be a mama. Just be a mama and treat your kids the same.
Treat them equally, and that's what people gotta realize.
Yes, I
Stop treating
hate
one,
that.
stop treating one kid wrong because they look like their daddy. Because she's younger. She's a couple of years younger than Latasha.
And
I
it's no wonder why Tasha feels so doggone cocky and entitled,
because
privileged. Like everybody got it. Like she wants everything on a gold platter, and everybody got to bow down to her and beg her. Like Tasha and Coco and them was like, shit. If she don't want to do it, we moving right along. They will make that money without you.
yeah, like, that's like I love it when they say that. She said, "Well, if Latasha don't want to do it, we gonna keep moving." She probably like it's other three
Mm-hmm.
girls in the group.
We move. They
Escape,
gonna keep on moving.
Escape don't got a lead singer. So
Yeah.
just like I said about In Vogue, they don't have a lead singer. Some groups got lead singer.
Mhm.
I don't even think Boyz II Men had a lead singer. If you're gonna go to guys, they didn't have everybody can sing in the room. Now we know a New Edition, they had a lead singer, but then they can still do it because they had
Yeah.
that solo success.
Well, that's just like 112. Oh God, I love 112. And they supposed to be coming here in June to our city. It's gonna be 112, Trey Song, Tyrese, H Town, and Jay Holiday. They all coming here in June. And I will be there. Okay. So,
You
but
only saying
a
two
lot of
members for
them,
myself. Only saying two members. The other two members, I don't think they joined the back group yet. They left the group. I don't know if they joined the group again, but I know it was two members. I don't know about now.
two members with who?
112. You know it's four members.
Oh yeah. Well, I don't know. They showed all of them on the flyer, so I don't know.
Maybe they got back together. Just like I do
Child,
want to see
I do
some
not
people on
know.
tour. Drew Hill, get it together. I love Drew Hill, but I want to see. I said it's too many people in Drew Hill. It's feeling like the Temptation, and every original member is alive. The Temptation people passed away. Only one original member alive. I said, why is all these people coming in Drew Hill like they the Temptation?
Right. But what I was saying about 112 is,
Yeah.
there's that one. What's the one that's with the high voice?
Is it Slim?
It's Slim.
Yeah,
Now, a lot of songs, like they like what you were saying earlier, they all can sing. They all really, really good, all the fellas. And they could hold their own. They could all lead. I like those type of groups. I
yeah.
like groups where you can individually hear the strength from each member. And that's one thing I like about Candy. See, Tasha was trying to say that Candy was jealous of her because Tasha had the most leads. But when Candy brought out the receipts, and I, for one, who loves the heck out of Xscape, never even realized that because it didn't matter to me. I didn't care who led what. But we saw the receipts. And if Candy led all them songs, she hating because what?
And plus, it's nothing to be. And plus, we talk. Latasha got to stop it. You talk about the '90s, please. It's nothing to hate on. Just like Ty said, she hates the person that you became because you became way more successful than her.
Mm-hmm.
She had to remember. She had to beg Candy Burris to come back to the group. She was begging.
And that was just not that long ago, and that's what's so funny. How was you begging them? She was literally telling people Candy owes it to our fans. Candy owes it to the people who's been supporting us all these years. But now,
And
what?
Candy,
They're supposed to beg you? You come on now. You doing the same thing that Candy didn't want to do back in the day.
and Candy,
So is this payback? Is this payback?
Candy said that because it was a minute she was in tour with them. They did the same thing, but she told people in the group, if you're doing anything solo, she said they did it again. She left again, but she said if y'all doing anything solo, let the group know. And
Yeah,
Ty,
all I say is, and that's what Candy was saying this episode. We don't care if you want to go solo. We're not hating on that. Just let us know so we can know how to move.
right?
That's all. Instead of them waiting for her every meeting, waiting for her to show up, wondering if she's gonna be in or out. And see, that's why I say she's doing the same thing that she did before. She's trying to keep one foot in and one foot out, just in case that backup plan falls through.
And I don't think it's going. I think it's gonna fall, and she's gonna be crawling back. The snake gonna crawl.
Well, like I
She
said, I need
let her back
to
in.
let me hear instead of a few bars and a few runs. Let me hear a few whole gospel songs that she just sang. And I don't want to hear no damn songs where she's singing other people's shit, Amazing Grace or some other shit like that. I want to hear some original work. I want to hear some original work.
That's what she needs to do.
Shoot, go Yolanda Adams, girl.
Yeah, you need to collaborate with them.
No Kirk Franklin. Do original.
And why do Latasha be at these meetings? She barely say anything. She has be sitting looking stupid. So you be sitting looking. I ain't gonna say the word. I don't like saying the word stupid, but she be sitting looking dumb. So
girl, what she did this episode, huh? Like she was like, "Oh, I guess I'll act right." That's basically what she might as well say. Let me be on my best behavior. Let me act like I'm interested because I really do love SWV. And you saw her in the meeting. She said, "We really do love you, ladies. We really do." I was like, "Girl, you a mess."
She needs to. I was looking at her. I said, "I don't have the best weave, but her weave." I said, "You got money." I was looking at hair. So why they did her hair?
That damn hair. That now I ain't even gonna lie. I can't get no $3, $4, $5, $6, $800 lace fronts, but hers be jacked. In the front. Why does it look like a whole lace front? It's not supposed to look like a lace front.
It look like
it's supposed to look like it's coming out your scalp. Sure, you make too much money to be walking around with that thing on your head like that. Like, did she just plop it on there and not glue it down? Like
Rocky did it.
Child, let me get off this girl. Let me get off this girl.
I like what Candy said. She said we should have had management. She said, I wish we'd had a management so the managers could talk. Yeah, they could bring up stacks. Like, okay, we did this, we did that. They could bring managers can't talk about that. This is what we have been doing. And Taj tried to say when y'all got back together. I said, Taj. I said, Taj, funny. She told me. I said, they got back together 6 years ago. I said, they still sold out because people would say, I haven't seen you in a long time. The last time we seen Xscape was 1998. I remember they tried again, but Candy Burris was a part of that when ATL came out. But come on. They got back together. They did their thing. When y'all got back together, what happened?
Well, I'll tell you one thing. I think we covered about everything on here. But I'll tell you one thing. If they come here, I'm going. If they come anywhere near here, I'm going. I'll be running down to Ticketmaster or whoever to get.
And I want to hear them sing. I'm gonna be looking. I said when I go to the concert, I look at how everybody sings. Oh, they put on an amazing show. Because I've been seeing clips of both groups and they've been on there doing their thing. Like Tamika is singing her sister part, and I
have no doubt Candy can sing that part too.
Yeah.
Candy can sing all parts. And I have no doubt that they both groups can put on an amazing show. That's why I said if they come anywhere near here into my neck of the woods, I will be there and I will be going live for you guys.
No, I think they should do. They should definitely do the co-headline, do the tour together, do the album together.
Yeah.
And what they should do is
at least for this first one. At least for the first one.
And plus, like they can always like people saying this, and I say something. They said like in Atlanta, Ken and the Xscape can go out last because they from Atlanta, from New York. SWV can go out last. Like switch it up.
Or
Like do
maybe
it.
if they go out like if they go on like a big tour, like let's say excuse me, 10, 20, 30 cities, take turns sometime.
Or I got a better idea. At the end, both groups can come out and sing a song together. So
Or
nobody,
even in the beginning.
right? And plus,
Like,
what
I think it's possible. I think it's totally possible. I know it's the thing of money and one feeling like they both feel like that one of they're more or done more or established more than the other one. But people just want to see them sing and want to see them together. And I'm not telling nobody what to do with their pocketbook. I'm definitely not doing that. But they need to come to some type of uh midway point, meet somewhere in the middle
because
with
I said
this.
I'm not trying to waste my time on this show, just like I did with the case to SWV and Salt and Pepper. That show was a hot mess because they canceled
Oh
the
yeah,
whole tour, and
that was
SWV wanted to. Salt and Pepper wanted to be the headliner, so we gonna be the headliners. And SWV like, no, y'all not.
now I agree with that. I definitely agree with that. Salt and Pepper or SWV, I definitely agree with SWV headline.
I
And
said,
I love Salt and Pepper too. Shoot, I
but
had
when it
all
comes
their
to the
pictures
group,
all over my walls when I was a little girl. My mama didn't have no idea who those ladies was. I had their pictures all over their walls because she was all religious and stuff. But I was like, her name is. I would give like their real name. Oh, they're good singers, mom. There's. She's like, okay, we didn't have the internet and all that shit back then, so it ain't like she could have looked them up and be like, take that shit off your walls.
and plus, what they should do when they do this tour is like have like open the acts. You can have like underrated girl groups, like the group the group that I think they black, the group black what Natina Reed was in. She passed away. You want Left Eye? She discovered black. They could have 702 as an opening act. And they was very underrated. They didn't sell as much as y'all, but they was underrated. They could do it like that, like show that black women, females can actually get along because you know how they said black women can't get along.
And that's what we really want to see, and that's where SWV is coming from.
The guys
I
can do
like
it,
that they came from that place first before discussing money.
right?
But a lot of people think, oh, because Candy is coming at them this way, she thinks she's better than them and she thinks she's this and that. And I'm like, no, Candy is a businesswoman. You want to, as a business person of any business, when you're discussing merging with someone or working with someone, you're gonna be like, okay, what's the numbers like? What we need this all on contract. We need this. Like that's how a lot of people got screwed way back in the day because they weren't business minded. They was just thinking of the quick money.
And
And
Candy
that's why a lot of them is broke right now.
and Candy, she's very smart because I think this is what I think about how she thinks about the future. She just not thinking people
Yep.
think now. She think about, okay, I'm gonna have all these businesses. I'm gonna be set so I can leave it to my children. I don't think a lot of people is thinking that. Because
Yep.
like when it comes to people leave nobody sometimes people like you're not we don't want to hear your children singing your song. Who gonna really
Uh-huh.
support that? Nobody. We all know who that child is. Like say if Coco Sunset, I'm gonna say SWV song. People not gonna support that. Like we don't want to see you. We want to see your mama.
Mhm.
That's
Mhm.
what I think he needs to do. Like he needs to figure out a game plan because I think he wants his mother to help him. Just like Lily, she didn't help her son. He was on growing up hip hop on Atlanta. They need to just
Leland said, I got you a bad boo boo, but I'm not opening and kicking down all the doors for you. That's something you got to do for yourself. And when you do kick down and open them doors for yourself, it makes you feel better on the inside, like I did this. And can't nobody else be like, I was the fifth member.
and
You know
plus
what I'm saying?
and plus like I said, is it really these kids' passion? Because like when I look at the show Growing Up Hip Hop, I look at Pepper daughter. I'm like, is this really your passion? Because she's not she's not like I'm not being mean. She's not that
She
talented.
was not that girl. Say it now. My niecey boo, who I be sharing her YouTube. Y'all better check out my niecey poo because she's very talented rapper and singer.
And some of these kids is not talented. Just like
Yeah.
look at Will Smith kids, Jada. Look at Jay and Willow Smith. They made a career of their own. Some people like look at Ice Cube's son. He made a career of his own. It wasn't because of his daddy. All these kids do it on their own.
And I'm so proud of my niece because she literally did it on her own. She went to school, she graduated, top of her class. She was a track star. I mean, she's talented. She's very, very smart, and she has a lot of skills, and that's why I always share like her videos, always talk highly of her. Every video that I do, her YouTube link is in the description, because of course, she was the one who sang or rapped, whatever you want to call it, our YouTube song for the hood table song. So every time I play that song, I always think about her, because she is the one who created that song for us. And no matter where she goes in this world, like, to have your niece, to have Tyler Perry feature her songs on his TV shows, like, can you imagine that? Like, everybody don't even get their songs on TV shows, and people are more famous than her. I ain't saying that she ain't famous, because she's very well known, especially in the Midwest. She's very well known. I mean, just like a year or two ago, she was down there at Luda's studio working with them. Luda, Chris. Okay, so a lot of people do know my niece, but no matter how far she's go, I can always say she started right here in the Midwest. Our song was one of the first songs she ever wrote. And I always love her for that. So yes, I'm a big supporter of hers, and I hope she goes very far. Yeah. But yes, check out my community wall for y'all who might not have seen my niece or seen her work. She uploads videos all the time, and she not only uploads like her own songs and stuff, but she does commentary, or she does reactions to a lot of rappers who come out with new songs or new albums and stuff. She does a lot of reactions to songs and stuff like that. But yeah, she has a really nice YouTube channel. Thailand Music, or just Thailand. That's her name.
But anyway, album gonna sound.
You said what?
I want to hear that, how that Chloe Bailey album gonna sound.
Oh,
she be all over the place. I said she got sound. She shouldn't. But they did. She left her sister to it. Y'all should have stayed together for a while. That's another thing. That's what they did in SWV and Xscape. They left the group too quick. That's what you could do too. That could hinder you. You left the group way too quick. You should have waited a little longer. Maybe that would help them better.
Yeah, but when you have all that chaos, all that drama and negativity and backstabbing, it's hard. And then you young. So like, that's why SWV, I like how they also are mentoring them at the same time, or at least trying to mentor them. Like, not really giving them counseling sessions, but giving them little, tidbits here and there on, how to do things, or how to try to do things,
And they're not being judgmental, they being real. But I understand, like Coco, I'm looking at her, I said, why you ain't said that while you was in the room with them? You waited till you got another room to say that, girl. Say that while you in the room with them. I said, because how I am, I'm going to say, I sold this. I said, she was like, I sold. Don't you mean we? Not you.
I think she just had to blow off some steam, because the thing about it is, and I think that's probably something she probably learned. Back in the day, she probably would have sat there and started cussing and going off and throwing shit and whatever else. That's probably something that she learned too. Okay, let me go off somewhere else. Let me blow off some steam. You know what I'm saying? That's maturity. That's growth.
We forgot when Coco told us what she was diagnosed with. We forgot that part. When she said she was
diagnosed with what now?
She said depression.
Was that in this episode?
Yeah, it was in this episode when she was you got to look at it when she was talking to her two friends, and she got one of her friends, and they were sitting at the table, and the guy said, "Are you good?" And I was like, "Why he asking that?" She said she was diagnosed a couple of years ago by a doctor with depression, something.
I'm gonna have to rewatch that, and I watched it several times.
She said she'll want to kill people or hurt people.
Oh, you talking about Lily?
Huh?
Wasn't that Lily?
No, it's Coco said that. That was
okay. Coco. So Lily, she had oftentimes said that she thought about killing herself, but Coco, she also said that she should be in jail right now, right?
Because Lily said that when Lily said that, because like You said Lily thought killing herself. When Lily said that, that's when she was homeless after
Right.
SWV. She was
Mhm.
homeless. Like when she said, I was at Yankee Stadium. I used to drive her all night.
Yeah.
Said, I seen that on Beverly Frankel. She said, I thought about killing myself because she said
Yeah.
she couldn't survive.
And then Coco said she said she got help when she thought about killing someone else.
Yeah.
That's what it was, and she said she should be in jail right now.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
she got I forgot what she was diagnosed with, but she said she was diagnosed with something. And she said she take her medicine. So I was happy that she shared that with us. And I get why Lily wanted to do that because
Mhm.
she was homeless. Like you go from being famous to being broke in a car.
And that's and that's exactly why Coco insists that her son finish dental school. But I think Grandmama has spoken. I think Grandmama might have had the final words because she was like, "Well, I don't think there's nothing wrong with you taking off a year, baby." You know, but Coco, he said he'll try, he'll do his best, he'll do his hardest. You know, if she allows him to take off a year from college, so we shall see, child. We
Plus,
shall see.
she got another son, so she said he's an emo. He's an emo rapper. So she said he's successful in that. So her other son must be making money. And she had other son with the guy from the rap group. What's that group
She
called?
did say her other son didn't go to college too. So that's one thing that it kind of comes back to bite parents in the butt because they might let other kids slide and not go to college. The kid might have dropped out of even high school, out there in the street thugging it out. And last kid is at home and you just so hard on them and so hard on them. Oh, you go to college, you go to somebody, this motherfucker go get a degree, and then the other kids is looking like, but
Right.
you didn't make them go
Yeah.
to college. You know what I mean?
But I think when it comes to the other side, I don't know him. Maybe he never said, oh, I want, like his son said, I want to be a dentist. So he wanted to be a dentist. He probably told him, I want to be a dentist. They said, okay. But then he started saying, I want to be a singer. I don't know about the other son. They didn't.
Yeah.
I don't know about her other son. But I said, I know her other son not on the show. I said, I'll be seeing him. He said it. So that's the son she got with the rapper guy. I forgot his name. Let me see. She got with that rapper. He was in a group. His name Little Tracy. Let me see who is. But he got his own Wikipedia. She said he's successful in what he does. So, because Coco, she went out with some people back in the day. Okay, his father is his father is Islam Butler. He was in a group. What's that group? It's a group.
You said
Digital
who
Planet.
now? You said who now?
He was in Digital Planet. You want that group? His name is He was in a group. You want the group Digital Planet? And they had Let me see. Let me see. Why?
I'm trying to think.
Why look it up on your phone. Search a Coco SWB Coco Kids. Then you gonna find out who his daddy is. His daddy
Okay.
was a famous. His daddy was a
Coco
rapper. That's something Little
is
Tracy.
father. Ismail Butler?
Oh, okay, yes, and he was in the group Digital Planet.
Digital Planets. Why does it sound Digital Planets? Digital Planets. What song they sing?
Let me see.
Digital Planets. I'm having a brain fart.
Yeah, I remember them because they was like a different type of rap group. They wasn't like a
Okay.
rap group.
Okay, I'm looking at the Wikipedia right now. They said it's an American hip hop trio formed in 1987, composed of rappers Ishmael, Butterfly, Mariana, aka Ladybug, and Craig, aka Doodlebug. The group is notorious or notable for their contributions to jazz, rap, and alternative hip hop. Hippity hop. Let's see. Trying to see some of the songs that they.
If you mute
Okay, Rebirth of Slick. Cool like that. Cool like that.
yes, remember the song Cool Like That, and I'm cool
That
like
song like I'm cool like that because I'm cool like that. That
that.
song.
Yes, yep.
Okay, yeah, okay. I know them. Yep.
And plus, they was like different. They was like every rap group. Like you know how like you had like the digital you had Digital Planet and the other group that was like Jungle Boys, and it was like different. They was like typical rap group. That was the difference between rap back in the day. It was so many different types of rapper back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking
And
like
then
he
we got
handsome.
all these. See, I don't listen to a lot of these.
He is handsome. Okay, Coco.
I don't listen to a lot of these new school rappers these days. I just be like, oh my god, somebody just posted a body found in a ditch in our city. Oh shit.
Coco got some taste in man. He's good. He's good looking. She might have the other guy from the other group. What's his name? He was an R&B group. He said, "If I Shall." Let me see. I know these songs, but it's so many. It's so many artists. Like I listen to.
Man, there's so many bodies dropping here in our city lately. I'm gonna have to look up this story when we get off of here. They done found a body in a ditch, child. But anywho, yes, let me get off here because it's been over an hour, and I try not to do too long on these reviews over an hour. But
They beefing.
I huh?
Candy and Tamar beefing. Tamar.
Oh yeah, I heard about that. I'm gonna have to check that out too. I saw somebody doing some commentary on that, so I'm gonna have to check that out too. So we might have to discuss that. I might have to come back, maybe. Well, it'd probably be. Dang, I probably won't be able to come back until. Probably until dang Friday. It's Friday Night Live because tomorrow I have to do some shopping because I got to make some cakes for somebody. My supervisor actually, it's her birthday and she want to make some cakes for her. So tomorrow I got to go shopping, and then Wednesday I got to make the cake, and then Thursday, yeah. So I don't know. I'll try to come back. If it's something really juicy, just hit me up if you want to discuss it.
Tamar. Mind your business. That's how I was looking. That don't got nothing to do with you. The whole Carlos King and Candy situation. Mind your business. She
Yeah.
put stuff in that situation. Maybe Candy might make you cry like K Michelle did. That moment she said K Michelle was lying. K Michelle was getting beat up by that guy, and she told the truth. Mind your business. Tell some Ty stepped to me. I said, girl, then David hit your sister Tracy.
Mm-mm-mm. Well, everyone, please make sure you like and share the video and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already subscribed. And like Wavy Cam said, please like, share, and support. If you want to contribute or give a love offering to either one of us for our commentary this evening, please cash app the Hood Table 402. And Tia, your cash app again is Tia.
Yeah, it's my name. That's fit the money sign in front of it. Then it will pop.
Okay. Okay, hold up. WSSELLS.
Yeah, the same name fit the money sign in front of it.
Okay, so that's Tia's in the chat. And Tia, I'm gonna need you to change your YouTube name.
Yes, I'm like, I don't know what
You can't be having your whole government name on YouTube, girl.
Yeah, I sound
Let's
so.
go by Tia, or you know.
Yeah, I gotta make another cash app.
No, yeah. You can probably change it, but yeah, when you're on social media, you don't want people to know your last names or where you live, your address or none of that type of stuff.
Cause I'm so used to like doing stuff on TikTok. So, yeah,
I know. Trust me, I've been doing this YouTube game, and even though you might not be a YouTuber right now, one day you might decide that you want to do a YouTube channel, which I really do think you should do a YouTube channel because you is really good, especially when it comes to reviewing TV shows, and you watch a lot of shows, and have a lot of input on different things going on social media. So I think if you want to do that, I'll support you, and we'll make sure we support your channel and everything, and do collaboration with you and everything. But yeah, before you do that though, take every time you make a cash app, I got like 4 cash apps, and none of them have my real name on there. Like the Hood Tables is the Hood Table. You know what I mean? Yeah. My cakes business is Tanya's Delight, Slice by Slice. Slice by Slice is like my, my name for my cash app. So yeah, you should never put your first and last name on your cash app. Never. Because you don't have to. That's the thing about it. You don't have to. When they ask for your name, just like on YouTube, you don't have to put your real name when you start a YouTube channel. You can put the Hood in the first name spot, Table in the second name spot. Because the only time they really need to know your name is when you sign your W-4s to get paid from them once your YouTube channel get monetized. Other than that, you can put any name on your YouTube channel.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, so there's too many people on here doxing and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, but that's just a little tidbit for anybody thinking about starting a YouTube channel. Keep your government names off your Cash Apps, your YouTube channels, all that kind of stuff. But other than that, y'all, if y'all want to be a blessing to either one of us, Tia's Cash App is in the chat. My Cash App is up on the screen and it's in the chat as well. And again, like and share the video. Subscribe if you're new to the channel, please and thank you very much. Stay safe, be blessed, remain vigilant at all times, and always remember to keep it hood. Yes, keep it hood. All right, good night to you. I'll talk to you soon. Okay.